think we should start with Jan Valery. He was out the last 2 weeks and still, I think, out for longer. He has a viral infection and that takes time. The good thing is that Stewie Armstrong is back in training. He trained this week the first time with the team and looks good as an option for the weekend. Sofian is still not able to train without an injection, so has still big pain in his toe and takes time, I think. In the last games we always try to make him fit for the game, and then it's not a perfect situation if they don't train during the week. So we have a look how we improve this issue, but and the rest, so far everybody is fit.
There's just a point between you and West Ham. How important is this game for you?
In our situation, every game is very important. It's always important to take points. We had a good run before the Newcastle game. We played there with a lot of self-confidence, and the analysis of the last game was really hurting because I think we could take more than no point. I think we had a good chance there to on a difficult ground to take something, and so I think our performance is improving in the moment. We play much better than weeks before, and the 2 good results in the home games helped us massively. And now we have another home game, and the self-confidence at home is also coming back. But we know that West Ham is a very difficult to play opponent. We played them twice since I'm here, and they took no points so far. So we should stay on our track. We should stay on our way we want to play football, and if we do this, then we have a chance to win at home.
You mentioned Newcastle there. Obviously you lost the lead against them. How much of an impact has that had on the team's confidence?
I think we analysed after the game the behaviour after being in the lead. I think we haven't played that brave than before, and also not that brave than after the equaliser. So that was a completely different game, and we should stay on our track. Also, if we are in the lead, we are now we have taken 7 points, and then we have a lot of self-confidence, and then you must play different than we did it after being in the lead in Newcastle. And this was the big topic in the week. We must make this step in our development, and then we don't give points away when we are one time in the lead.
Manuel Pellegrini is obviously a manager who's under a lot of pressure at the moment. Do you have a certain amount of sympathy for him?
I must say that I see him as a fantastic manager. He played twice, he's won twice against me. So it is. I think he had a lot of experience, and like we all have situations, moments, periods where things don't go in the direction we want them to go, but with problems, with injuries or something like that, you always have to handle these issues, and I don't have to tell him what he has to do because he's a very experienced guy. So I think all the managers in Premier League do a fantastic job. They invest a lot of time and energy to make the team better, and it's always difficult to win games in the Premier League. So you can come in a run that is not very positive, but it's better for us to concentrate on our game and on our issues we have, and this is enough.
When it comes to Southampton, what do you think the key is to getting out of the relegation places then?
I think it's the most important thing for us is to focus on our way we want to play and our philosophy. The intent of the game must be a high one in our stadium, and if we are in our ground in a good mode, then we have shown the last 2 games at home that we can win, and it's an important game. Again, an opponent. This is what is near us, and it's about 3 important games for every club, and we want to take it with all we have.
And there's been a lot of talk about Fraser Forster, who's in such great form out on loan. Is there a chance that he could get recalled?
At first, I'm very happy that after his long time he didn't play, get a chance to play there, and that he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I always knew, but for him it was important to get the chance to play and to get the games and the self-confidence back, and I'm very happy for him.
So could he come back, or is that not possible?
At the moment, we don't think about that. We have our 2 goalkeepers or 3 goalkeepers here, and he's loaned until the end of the season, and it's not the moment to think about that.
Okay, thanks guys. We'll move on to the section for 10:30 this evening. Dan?
Thanks, Jordan. All right. In terms of Fraser Forster, did you feel that you gave him a fair chance to prove himself last season? You know, obviously came in against West Ham at the end of the year, but
I think when you have 4 goalkeepers in your squad, and every goalkeeper played, and every goalkeeper had the chance to show up. So maybe he didn't have the most chances, but he also got one. And I think it was a difficult year for him without playing. It's always difficult. In the league he's playing now, he does it fantastic, and he's a good goalkeeper. I know this, and I'm very happy. That was exactly what we wanted to give him a chance to play again, to find back his self-confidence, and this is good for everybody, for us and for him.
you're not surprised by how well he's doing. And obviously you've watched him in training a lot here, so
No.
what he's doing now, just what you'd expect him to do.
No, absolutely not. I know that he's a good goalkeeper, and that if he gets the chance back to play, then he will improve his performance. That was clear for me.
And just on Jan Valery, does that mean there's a chance for Kevin Danzo now to come back into the squad?
Kevin had played one time in the right back. I think it's not his very best position. He played it against Bournemouth and wasn't really a fantastic game for him. He's more a centre back than a right back, but in the end, it's right. We have on the right and on the left fullback position not so much alternatives, so it's good to have him back fit here. Last game he had problems with his knee, so he wasn't in the squad. This week he could train. Hopefully he stays fit, and then let's have a look.
Has his adjustment taken longer than you'd have hoped? Danzo's adjustment, that is.
Yeah, it's difficult. You know, the Premier League has very high level, and he's a young player. He's still improving his game, and came in a very difficult situation, and the team was not really good balanced in that moment. Always struggling in the defense, and then it's for a young player not easy to come in. But he has potential. He has a good basic fundamentals with his physical strength, and he must develop his game, and we will help him.
And is he still fully buying into the process though, or is he a little bit frustrated that he's coming in the summer and he's not been given too many games?
Who?
Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It's he would like to play more. That's for sure. Every player doesn't want to do this, but I think we have now found a first 11 that we played the last 4 games. You could feel something like automatism they are building in the moment, and that was the reason why we didn't rotate in the last week, where we had 3 games. So we stayed with the same squad, and they did it well 3 times, and that's the reason why at the moment is no thought about changing it.
And in terms of Danny Ings, it feels like I ask you every week about him at the moment, but would you say he's one of the Premier League's best strikers at the moment, and certainly one of England's best?
I think he has a fantastic run in the moment. I know that we have fantastic English strikers here in England, and if you see Vardy or Kane or everybody, they all have a fantastic quality. And but I'm very happy that he shows up like this. It's important. But what I always say is that he's fit. He's a very important player in the moment for our team, and I hope his run continues as long as possible. So I know that when he scores once again, he get a record, and I think he deserves this because he was really working hard in the summer. He tried to stay fit, and so it's not a surprise that he is now really playing well.
And do you think Gareth Southgate should be taking quite a close look at him at the moment?
Again, I don't think I have to tell Gareth what he has to do. He has a very good view on all his players, I think. But I think Ingzi is a fantastic character. He has a fantastic mentality, a really winning mentality, and when he stays fit like this and scoring like this, this the best thing he can do as a striker. Make it the coach, the manager, as difficult as possible, and then it's always good to have him as an alternative, maybe in the hand.
In terms of West Ham on Saturday, you and your team, do you look forward to playing at St Mary's now? Now you've got a couple of wins there, that sort of burden's been lifted as such, the pressure is a little bit off their shoulders in terms of they've won at home now. So does that make it easier going into the weekend's game?
I think the most important thing is that we get trust in what we are doing again, and especially in the home games in the last two, we could feel that the behavior was changing. The way we played was a completely different one, and this helps you massively to take a good result. And we know that at home we have to offer, we have to create chances, we have to speed up the game, we have to bring the crowd behind us and make them enthusiastic. And if we play like we played in the last three games, I think the chance is a big one, because we had a lot of chances also in the last game against Newcastle. We did it well. The supporters were very happy, although we didn't take a point. And this is the way we want to go. And then it's about fighting for every inch and grab as much points as possible.
And how important will the fans be? Will also be under the lights at St Mary's on TV. How crucial are they going to be driving your team?
No, they're always important. For us, it's always important to have them behind us, and that gives you, in some moments where you are struggling, the boost you need. And if you have this, then everything is possible against every team. And I think we must really know that it is a tough game, and at home winning is the best you can imagine, and therefore you have to work.
Sofian Buffal, his toe injury, how long is that likely to keep him out for, do you think? Is it a week by week?
Yeah, it's getting better and better now, but it's still the problem that it's not only the toe, it's also the tendon underneath that is a little bit hurting, and it's a position where you always have a lot of pressure on, and then you cannot run without pain, and pain is not helpful. Yeah, you must pay attention that it isn't getting worse. And so we have to be patient with them.
So maybe Christmas or New Year?
Yeah, we must look that we can bring the issue away completely, so that there's nothing anymore, and we can train without injury, without injection, and then because we know we have all the games over the Christmas time, and therefore it is important that we have all the players available.
You mentioned, I think Ryan Bertrand's goal was straight off the training ground. It was a training ground routine. Was that something you came up with, or was it Prowsey or?
No. We have our Dave Watson, who is the head of set pieces, and he is working on this stuff. And we had the similar situation against Newcastle. Ryan had nearly scored again, and it was a little bit too high the ball, but. Yeah, it's a good move and a dangerous move from us, and I think, it's important that you look dangerous when you have set pieces. This is very important. It helps you massively to go in the lead, to take wins, and it's what we try to improve also.
And with Prowsey in the form he's in, I guess it's more key than ever, isn't it, to have those routines?
Prowsey played all the three games. He's always running the most, covering the longest distance, and with his set pieces, a very important player for our team in the moment. He plays now in the position I think he likes the most. Number 6 is really the position he's really enjoying, and the two guys, Pierre and him, they do a good job in the moment. Disciplined and covering a lot of distance. Also very, very aggressive there. It's important position in our shape in the moment, and I think it's good for them that they feel that it's going in the right direction.
And Ryan Bertrand's form, how key has that been to your recent improvement?
Yeah, as you know, that we have no alternative in the moment on this position. Jack Wilkins is a young guy, but haven't played so far, so it was always very important that he performs on a higher level, and I think after the suspension he came back with more energy and more like we need him, and this was a very, very important step, and also a key factor of getting better results for us.
Carl?
Morning, Ralph. Just want to talk a little bit about West Ham and Pellegrini. He's a manager very much considered to be under pressure. You have been a manager, many thought you were under pressure. Is there anything you'd like to, I understand you'll be talking to before and after the game, is there anything you'd like to talk to him about in regards to that situation, what it's like?
I know that, as I said, he's very, very experienced, and he doesn't need to get advices from my side. I think he knows what he has to do, and I think, as I said, we have all our pressure. The most pressure we make ourselves to get good results, to make our fans proud and happy, and it doesn't need to get pressure from outside. We have all the pressure all the day to work as best as possible, to make the team as best as possible, and so I think it's a normal situation for him. It's a normal situation for every manager in the Premier League. The weekend is not only pressure to lose, it's also a chance to win, and the chance to win is the more or the more interesting target, I think. And we are looking only for the chance to win, not for the maybe pressure to lose.
I also want to talk about defence. Jack Stephens has played for the last several games now, and the defence seems to be a little bit more stable. What do you think he brings to your backline?
I think the change of the shape of the back four was the signal for everybody to take more responsibility, and you cannot say, okay, we have three now and somebody will do the job. No, you have to do it now, and I think that helps our centre backs also to improve better and to play better games. We have still no clean sheets, that is for sure, and this is a big problem because we cannot always score twice. We score a lot, but not always possible to score twice or more. So sometimes one goal must be enough, and they are still working hard for this clean sheet. But in some moments, I think we must be more brutal in the final third, in our final third. And but I'm happy with their improvement. Also, Jan Bednarek and the back four in general does a good job, or must work hard for getting results. We have now a team that is starting to make pressure very early, and the more pressure we make in front, the less they have to work in the back four. But still, it's not possible for us to have a clean sheet, and this is the big target also for the next games. We know that in the Premier League, not so easy to get a clean sheet, but we have to work on this.
Bednarek started every Premier League game since you've been at Southampton. Stephens, I can now see, you can quite see openly talk. And
nice.
Give communication to everyone. Is that your sort of preferred defensive, one talker, one sort of stopper?
Jan Bednarek. Yeah. Didn't know that he was playing every game. Interesting. But I think he's a kind of, I call him sometimes firefighter, because he's really the guy with the most saves, I think, in the box, and he's there everywhere, and I like this kind of centre backs. Still his parts of his game he can improve with the ball, getting a little bit more calm sometimes. But there is also working on this, and I feel that it's getting better last games, and this is what it's about. They two fit together very well, I think, Jack and him, and in the moment they are my couple that I trust.
Just want to also bring up the fact that when we talk about clean sheets, we're seeing opposition deliver a lot of crosses against Southampton, particularly to the back post. Is that something you're working on as well?
Yeah. The issue is that we have a right centre back that is not the tallest one, and it's normal that the opponent are looking for this position maybe to bring this ball on the second post to score. But we can defend it together in a different way. I think it's possible, and this is what we are working in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.